to the first episode of the Eagle Arts Podcast, where we will be covering everything visual arts and performing arts. I'm your host, Reilly Rawlings, and I'm here with...
Braylinne Shaw.
And Lydia Meredith.
Perfect. Today, we are here to talk about PMEA. Okay, so PMEA stands for the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association, a statewide nonprofit organization in Pennsylvania dedicated to promoting and supporting music education and the musical development of Pennsylvanians. The district level, which we will be auditioning for in October, has 22 open chairs per section. What chairs did you guys get last year at districts?
Last year, I got 13th out of 22.
Last year, I got 3rd out of 22.
Perfect. Last year, I got 14th. I got 14th chair of 22, yeah. How long have you been involved in PMEA?
I've been involved in PMEA for, this will be my 3rd year, because you can start doing it when you're a sophomore. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do it freshman year, but you couldn't do it till you're a sophomore, so that's when I started.
Last year was my first year, so this will be my 2nd. Because sophomore year, I was way too scared, and I did not want to do it, and I talked myself out of it, which I regret, but here I am.
Yeah, this will be my 2nd year. My first year was last year. I was also going to do it sophomore year. I was going to do PMEA for band and vocal sophomore year, but then I ended up not doing either, so last year was my first year.
Sophomore year, I don't think I really understood what it was either, so, I kind of was just so scared, because I was like, what am I getting myself into?
It is super stressful, and you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and then you get there, and it's a lot, I feel like it's a lot easier than you think. Not easier, but,
Yeah, it's more laid back, and for the most part, everybody there is so supportive.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the reason I didn't want to do it sophomore year is because, I think I was in over my head, and I was like, oh, yeah, I want to do this, this, and this, but then I was like, the idea of it was a lot more scary than it actually was.
Yeah, I'm also glad, this year going into it, after last year, I have a better understanding, and, it has helped me prepare this year, because last year I just kind of went into it, okay, whatever, but now I know, I can walk in.
I feel the same way, because, I don't know about you two, but last year for districts, I learned all the music, but I never expected to move on.
Mm-hmm.
So then, after I moved on, it kind of planted that seed. And I was like, wait, I really want to move on.
When I made it to districts, I was just like, oh, okay, that. I was just excited. No, and then Reilly over here made it the whole way to regionals.
Yeah.
I was honestly shocked to find out that I made it to districts last year. Even getting 14th chair, that's a big accomplishment for me. Mm-hmm. Especially for it being my first year. With that being said, explain your experiences of going to PMEA festivals and auditions.
Okay, so sophomore year, it was pretty scary. I had no idea what to expect. I mean, I wasn't prepared, at all, because I didn't understand what the festival was, and I didn't, lock in, at all. So I barely practiced the music. I placed, 18th going to districts, and then for regionals, I didn't learn the music, at all. So I didn't really necessarily, not that I didn't care about it, it's just I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't really feel the competition. But then, last year, I practiced my folder a lot, and I got 3rd at districts. But the thing that went wrong for my audition at districts going to regionals is I was off key. For my whole entire audition, I was off key, and I should have restarted, but I didn't. I regret not restarting. I was just super nervous, and Miss Harris always told me not to restart. My sophomore year, she always told me just go in there, do it, don't restart, just leave it.
Yeah.
And I just, I've always kept that with me, so I was always I don't want to restart, but I regret not, and I should have, because I knew that song the back of my hand.
I feel
I knew it.
Yeah, I feel restarting probably just makes you more nervous and then more likely to mess up the second time.
But also, you're a trooper, because I think you were the only sophomore out of our senior class now. You were the only sophomore that did it. So props to Braylinne. And then,
well, I guess we didn't really explain, but like, so for pre-odds, you get one song that everybody learns on like different voice parts, and then you audition that song. But basically, like when you get to the audition, you don't know what part of the song you have to sing. They just pick a random part.
Random.
Yeah, so you have to know the song front to back because you have no idea what they're gonna pick. And then if you move on to districts, you get a whole folder of music, so you have to know all the music because they'll pick a random song in a random spot of that song. So for like pre-odds, I was really nervous because I learned the song, but I don't think that I knew it enough that I felt really confident. I wasn't like, oh yeah, I got this. But then I made it, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait. And then when we got to districts, like I loved all the music. I just don't think that I spent enough time practicing and like learning it, and like I took it seriously, but I just don't think I realized how like nerve-wracking it would be. So then I kind of got into the audition. I definitely think that I was really nervous. I think I sang most of it correctly. I think it was just probably I was off pitch. I think that was it. There was just dynamics and pitch just wasn't good. And at the district level, you kind of have to hit on that stuff. So that's where it went wrong for me. But
and like to add to what Lydia said about pre-auditions and like any auditions for PMEA, basically, so you have your music, and if you haven't learned, they send you into a room with your voice part, and then you have this other person that's called the sergeant in arms. So basically they come into the room and they tell you your starting point in the music, your midpoint, and then your end point. So like if you were to mess up before you got to the midpoint, you had the opportunity to restart one time. But yeah, basically, so like it's completely random. You go in there and you sing what they tell you to sing.
They give you a note on their phone, and then they give you a note, they sing it, and then you have to sing it a cappella, so there's no accompaniment, there's no music behind it, nothing.
Yeah. The fun part about districts, though, is you actually get to sing the folder. Like, you get to have, like, an actual, because at pre-odds, you just get the song, you audition, and that's kind of just it. Like, you don't really touch that song ever again. You don't get a concert, but for districts, you get a whole concert, which is really fun. So even if you don't make it, like, you still get something out of it, and you get to use that music.
Yeah.
And our concert was good. I really like the music. It's so pretty. When you get to sing with such a big choir from all different schools, from all different parts, it's like, so fun.
It's a choir. Keep in mind, this is like a choir of 160 students from all over, like our district.
Don't get me wrong, Tyrone's great, but like to have such a big choir with like talented people that you know like deserve to be there because they're good singers, and they auditioned, it's really good.
Like even the same thing for regionals. Like the further you progress throughout like the PMEA festivals, like the better that the choirs get. So like it's just like, I don't know, it's an amazing experience where you get to like be with amazing singers from across the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, when Reilly made regionals and he got his freaking CD of their songs from their concert, I literally listened to it with him, and it literally sounds angelic. Like I'm telling you, it does not even sound real. Like you would never guess those were like little high school students. Like there was probably 10th graders in that choir, and you're just like, how? It sounds so good.
And then like, wait, okay, so this leads me to another question. What has been you guys' favorite song that you've sung for a PMEA festival?
That's a hard question.
Because I know there's been a lot of good songs, and I'm just in love
honestly,
with
I really like this year's song. I really like it. But, well, for pre-odds.
Yeah. The pre-odds song
last year, just because it's a different language, and I love French.
The Tyrone wasn't French. It was French. It was so pretty.
That was actually my audition song.
So gorgeous.
Yeah,
that I did mess up, but that's okay.
I hated O Quam Gloriosum.
That one, I loved it. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the one that moved me on to regionals. But it was really pretty, like, once we all got the hang of it.
It's really fun learning songs in other languages. Like, when you think, like, if you're not used to that kind of thing, and when you think about it, it's like you're going to sing a song in another language.
Yeah.
But honestly, it comes a lot easier than you would think. Like, and it's really fun. Like, it just, I don't know. Like D-Rayton was so fun, and I just feel like, I don't know. French is so beautiful.
Last year, Braylinne and I sat in the practice room for, I'm not even kidding, like an hour and a half listening to a YouTube video of that song. Like listening to little sections at a time, learning the French, and then we wrote it into our music. And then we gave it to everybody
It's hard, but when you get it, it's so pretty.
And it's so rewarding too.
Yeah.
Like getting to
That's what I
Getting
mean,
there
like the
was so good.
concert, the district concert's so rewarding because you get to hear all of it and you're like, wow, we've come like this far.
And, like-
From like where we started learning it, we're like, how are we gonna learn all this?
Yeah.
And then it sounds like that.
And like, keep in mind the district folders are like, I think there's 7 songs in a
Yeah.
folder, something like that.
I don't know how many there are.
I think it's
I
like
think-
6 or 7.
Genuinely think there's 7. I forget what I was gonna say.
My favorite district's piece probably has to be Jeremiah's Fire.
I
was my
heard that
sophomore
one and
year.
it was really
Gorgeous.
good, but I didn't get to sing it, but it sounded really
It's a
good.
very spiritual, upbeat, fun song, and normally I don't like upbeat songs. Like I normally like more like classical, like slow, sad songs when it comes to choir, like Child of Peace. Oh, such a good song.
I Will Be a Child of Peace was beautiful.
Yes, but Jeremiah's Fire is probably my top.
Reilly, what's your all-time favorite? Because I know you've had to go to regionals, so you have
Yeah.
some more under your belt.
This is a tough decision because the whole entire regional folder last year was insanely good. But I think I would have to say that my favorite song that we did was With a Lily in Your Hand.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's so different, like from anything I've ever sung ever in my life. And the rhythms were crazy and the time signature was constantly changing. And I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. And that festival was just like so rewarding. And it really showed me that like all my hard work had paid off. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely a big motivator for this year because I want to make it back there.
Yeah. And it's like people who aren't involved in it probably wouldn't think that it's a big time commitment and it's as like you have to put as much effort into it as you do, but you really do. Like it's hard.
You
Like,
gotta put
you have to put time and effort into it.
So I got my
And your voice.
regionals folder the last day of the district concert. And then I think I had like 3 or 4 weeks to learn the music before I had to go
Yeah.
audition for states. So I spent hours looking at that folder. And like, also another thing is like, usually when we go to a district festival or a regional festival, it's 2 days. But last year, due to a snowstorm, our district festival was all messed up.
I know.
Yeah.
I was so upset about that because I love staying in the hotel, like just hanging out with more people, like new people and just getting to know everyone. And last year, the district concert was completely messed up and we had to drive up there 2 days.
It was
we
like,
didn't get 3,
it was like
we
an
got
hour and a
2.
half away.
It was an hour and a half away, and we rode up on a van both days. Normally, you stay in a hotel. It was just really upsetting. Like,
Yeah, so
we didn't
basically,
get the full experience.
the night before we were going to go up, they sent us an email at like 7 o'clock in the evening, and they were like, basically, nobody's going to show up tomorrow because there's a snowstorm. Then the day after the snowstorm, we drove up for auditions for regionals, and then after that, we drove back home, and then the day after that, we went back up for the day of practice and the concert.
Yeah.
It was a struggle, but we pulled it off.
That's another thing that's really fun about PMEA is that you meet so many different people, even though like some of the schools are close, so like we might already know people, or it's just like you meet so many different people. Like I know last year I was really shy in like the soprano 2 room because I was the only one from Tyrone in there and I literally had like nobody to talk to. But then when I got to districts, I feel like I just talked to so many more people and you learn more about new people. Like I remember I was talking to some sopranos about their musicals at their school and just like about the music and just everything. And it was just fun to like meet new people, get to talk with other people. Because like my friends from Tyrone were there, but it's just nice to like get to hear from other people as
Especially
well.
people that are interested in the same thing as you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to have those connections because last year at regionals I made so many new friends and I like still keep up with those friends today. Like it's crazy. I love it.
Yeah, and like you get to like see them the next year and the next year if they're like in your grade or like around, so you can look forward to that. And like they're like friendships that I feel like definitely stick because you're in it for the same thing.
So my next question is, what is the most challenging part of the whole entire process?
I think that districts is more challenging than pre-odds, and I think that just in general, districts is the most challenging part, because if you make it to districts, like I said, you have to learn the whole folder. A big thing that Miss P hits on is that, like, when you're auditioning, like, a lot of people would just learn the song and go in and sing it, but you have to, like, in music, there's dynamics. Like, you have to hit on the dynamics. You have to know.
Like soft.
Yeah, you have to know all that stuff, and I think that is, honestly, like, because sometimes you don't think about it, and that is challenging. When you get to the audition and you're just, everything's going through your brain, and you're like, okay, dynamics, like, I have to know where I'm starting, like, the first pitch, like, even though they give it to you, all of that's, like, going through your head. So I feel like the most challenging part is just remembering everything that you have to lock in on for, like, the auditions, especially at districts, because, like, you have to know the whole folder, or, I mean, if you don't know a song and then they pick it, you're kind of, like, screwed.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part for you?
Kind of, it goes along with what Lydia was saying. I think definitely, yeah, like district auditions, they're probably the worst, but I think that, not the worst, they're not that bad. Like, it's not the worst thing ever, but
They're just the harder.
Yeah.
On the harder, yeah.
I think honestly, the hardest part about it is, definitely, like, along with what Lydia said, that district, like, auditioning at districts for regionals is, like, the hardest part. But I think, honestly, just, like, practicing and, like, practicing by yourself, even without your teacher, like, it's kind of hard to do, because all they give you is the track of, like, a note. Like, it's not even someone singing, like, so all you have to practice with is just a track that...
Yeah, it's, like, electronic, too. It's not like somebody played it on a piano. It's, like, an electronic track. It's not easy.
They don't give you the words. So if it's a foreign language song, you have to try to figure out how to pronounce these words and follow along with this track that is, like, AI generated.
Yeah.
It's just...
Another hard part, I feel like, is just, like, mentally preparing, because it is very nerve-wracking. It's very competitive. It's not the kind of competitive where I feel like people are too, like, cutthroat about it.
It's not like the sports kind of competitive.
Like choir kids are very, like, respectful of each other, but it is competitive. People want to get top chair. Like, they want to make it.
Some girls can be
And
nasty.
Braylinne last year, she made third chair, which is a big achievement, especially out of 22.
Yeah. I was surprised to even make 13. Like, I literally thought I was going to get, like, dead last. Like, I did not even think I was going to make it to districts, because, like I said, like, I practiced the song, but I just didn't think that it was to the level to, like...
And especially with it being a different language, like most of the audition songs are, which...
I love the audition song.
Luckily, this year it's in English, so it's definitely a lot easier to learn. Yeah. Good thing we've had a lot of practice time, because we did start learning at the end of the last school year, except for Braylinne, unfortunately, wasn't here.
I was on my cruise.
Yeah. Okay. I think a good thing about last year, like, between last year and this year, is last year, like, in my case, I did not know that I wanted to do pre-odds until the school year. Like, Braylinne, per se, when Mrs. Harris was still here, you knew that you wanted to do it, so you got the music before summer, and I didn't. So I didn't work. A lot of people don't work on it during summer anyways, but I'm glad that this year, like, we got the music for senior year at the end of junior year. Yeah. So literally on the last day of school, we were working with Miss P.
Shout out Miss P. Shout out Miss P.
Shout out Miss P.
Yeah, we were working on it literally the last day of school, and I felt like in a really good place, like, already. And I was like, this isn't even until October of next year, and I already feel like I'm in a good place.
We had, like, pretty much the whole song learned. Yeah. Like, we had a good outline of, like, the whole song.
Yeah. And then we came in this year, and we've been working, and I feel like I'm in a really, really good place. Like, I think the only thing that I need to work on is just my dynamics to get it ready for auditions. Like, I know the notes. I know everything. I just need to practice for the audition.
The weird thing with me is, like, I can sing the notes while out, like, it's just me, but, like, when we start to sing it in a group, I kind of lose it a little bit.
Me too. That's one thing I will say. I've always been a soprano, so usually the sopranos get the melody. And with PMEA, I always audition soprano 2 just because, like, I don't feel comfortable enough in my higher range to do soprano 1. They always put them going, like ridiculously high. And I'm like, that's not me. Yeah. So I always go soprano 2, but the soprano 2s usually end up getting a lot of harmony against the soprano 1s, which can be tough, which is another challenge that I've faced. But I think that, like, I'm getting more used to it, and I like it better than soprano 1, honestly.
So Lydia just said her voice part and why she chose it. Why did you choose to sing alto 2?
Because I feel like my voice sits at a really good place with alto 2. I'm always, like, for regular choir and stuff, I'm always either, like, an alto 1, alto 2, like an alto. This year I'm actually a tenor.
Yeah, girl.
So I'm on a guy's part, like the higher guy's part, but
she slays, so come to the Pops concert.
The order of the parts goes, soprano is the highest that a girl can sing, alto is, like, the lower that a girl can sing, and then tenor is the highest that a guy can sing, and then bass is the lowest that a guy can sing. But then there's, like, extra little ones.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
In, like, the middle.
So I picked alto 2 because it sits very comfortably in my, like, my voice range, and I feel like I can sing out a lot louder with it. But the audition piece this year is really killing me because I said, like, we sing in unison with the sopranos for most of the second part of the song, and it's like the tempo really speeds up, so it's much faster, and it's hard to do, but I'm glad that I picked alto 2. I think it suits me well. What about you, Reilly?
I sing bass 1, but usually for, like, counties and stuff, and, like, last year for pops and choir and stuff, I sing tenor, but I sing bass 1 because PMEA tenors, like, even tenor 2 is super, super high up there, and, like, my vocal range, I'm sorry, it can't go that high.
That's the thing with, like, vocal parts is, like, people can do, like, you don't have to just be stuck to one. It honestly just depends on the song. Like I said, for PMEA, I could never see myself doing soprano 1. But when we're in pops, I definitely do soprano 1 sometimes. I do soprano 2. I would feel comfortable doing some songs in alto. Like, you can move around to so many different things. But PMEA is one thing that you usually want to, like, kind of stick with just to, like, because it can be confusing if you're always switching.
And it's, like, also, I don't think people will understand that the songs that we sing for pops and concert choir here are way different from, like, the PMEA. Traditional, like, choir pieces that we sing for PMEA, because, like, for PMEA, there's, like, some spirituals thrown in there. There's, like, so it's just
plus just the added, like, extra parts. Yeah. Because in pops, we don't have enough people for all of our songs to do different, you know, 1 and 2 for everything. We are actually doing a song where we have 8 parts.
Yes, but, so pretty.
But usually we just have our sopranos or altos, tenors and basses. And sometimes we just have all the boys on one part.
For counties, we don't even split into, like, soprano 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like,
unless
counties,
it's a specific song.
Yeah, for counties, we usually only sing 4 parts, which counties is at Tyrone this year, so.
Yeah.
Come watch. Interested, come watch.
Yeah, that's what I love about PMEA, is just all the different parts, because you can hear everything, like, everything come through, like, there's so many different parts, and it's just so cool. And it is a little bit more challenging because you have to sing against, like, as a soprano 2, I have to sing against the soprano 1s, and like Braylinne said, I'm in unison with the altos sometime, and then I have to sing against them. So it's like, you have to know your part well enough to be able to sing against all these other parts, but all together it sounds so good.
Well, this year, I think it's been hard for me in, like, regular, like, in pops or in choir, just because, like, I've sang alto literally my whole high school career, and now that I'm switched to tenor, all the harmonies are different. Yeah. Like, it's still a harmony, like, it's not in unison with the sopranos or, like, melody or anything, but it's, like, a completely different set of harmonies, and it's, like, hard to learn it because, like, after I was on alto for so long, I learned how to sing the different alto harmonies. Like, there's, like, a general, like, rule of thumb for them.
I feel like
almost.
that's how it is for most voice parts. Like, they have like their kind of role for like the harmony that they're in.
Yeah,
And
everybody
also-
always be hating on me because I'm a soprano and get the melody.
And also, like, with PMEA having the 8 parts, it's just like whenever we sing like a chord in a song, it just like makes it feel more full.
Yes.
Instead of just having the soprano, alto, tenor, and bass, having those 2 separate parts within each voice section just like adds a lot more like body to the
Dimension.
harmony.
It makes me so excited for it. Even
I
just for
know.
counties. Like,
The chill.
county chorus is a lot more chill than PMEA. It's not like
No
competitive.
audition required.
It's not
just,
because
like,
it's just a big group of kids singing together just for fun.
just to sing.
Yeah, it's a little bit more challenging than
Yeah.
some things, but it's not like districts or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it as well because just singing in a big choir makes me so
It's just, like,
happy.
yeah. And like hearing like the sound that we can produce is just amazing.
I know.
Especially working on it for 3 days.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for counties, you literally are singing like all
All
day.
day. Same with districts.
And so like
Districts is
any
really-
festival that you go to for like voice, you're singing all day.
Yeah.
Like a whole school day just dedicated to singing.
Your voice is
And
like
then-
wrecked after it.
Yeah. And then even like for like district and regional festivals, like where you stay at the hotel, you sing, you have lunch, and then you go back to sing, and then you have dinner and go to the hotel. So like
And
you're
then on like
singing
the
longer.
concert day, you're not just there for like a couple hour time period. You're there literally all day until dinner time, like
Wake up
and
to
then you
sing.
have the concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's such a fun experience.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. Your voice is definitely like begging for mercy by the
Yeah.
end, but I mean, it's all worth it.
For my next question, what is the biggest mistake you've made during an audition?
Being off key.
I feel like that's a pretty common.
I was off key for O Quam Gloriosum last year during districts auditioning for regionals, and that's why I regret it, because I was off key and I didn't restart, and I should have.
It's okay, girl.
I feel the same. I think that's exactly what happened to me for D-Rayton for districts. Like, I should have restarted and I didn't, because I think it was a mixture of I was stressed out because I wanted to get the words right, but also that's not the most important part. Like, I feel like they probably wouldn't have cared that I messed it up if I had all
No,
the
if we're
notes
being honest,
and the dynamics.
Jacob from Bellwood, he went and he sang D-Ray tone.
Yeah, he said D-Ray tone.
And he made it to regional.
Exactly.
made it
And
to
I was
regional.
so worried about the words that I just think I choked and I kind of forgot what I was doing. And
Yeah.
I was definitely off key. I think my timing was probably wrong. It was just a big mess. And I definitely regret not restarting. But, like, also, it's kind of my fault because I didn't practice it enough.
Yeah, I would say my biggest mistake that I made is when I was auditioning for states at regionals, I did not practice that folder as much as I should have, because it was also like musical season, so I was like crunching in musical practice, and then I would also rehearse those songs in between. And on my judging card, when I got it back, like my scorecard, the one judge said that I was singing in like a chant like tone, because I was I was singing a note, but it was like.
Also, when Reilly was auditioning for states, he forgot his folder at Tyrone when he was at the school. We were at musical practice, and I get a call, right? I think it was a call.
I was at, like,
Reilly
yeah.
called me in a panic, like, is my folder in Miss P's room? And I go running, because I know that he's auditioning for states, and I'm like, oh my God, what is he going to do if he doesn't have his freaking folder to audition for states?
Shout out to Miss
I
P,
look
though.
in, and it's in there, and I'm like, oh my God, what is he going to do? I was stressing out for you, because I know that they take your music for it, and I was like, are they gonna like give him one? Not that I thought they wouldn't let you audition, but it just kind of went through my head, like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, no, Miss P walked in and she gave me her folder, thank goodness.
Good, because I was stressed for you. I was really sweating. I was at musical practice, and I was like, Reilly is not gonna make it to stage because his folder is in Miss P's room, and he's not here. And I was like,
I'm
what
not
do I
kidding.
do? I was like, I will drive it to him if I had the time, but I did not.
Right before we left, like when we were putting our stuff in the car, Miss P was like, do you guys have everything? Like, folders, like, do you have your bags, your clothes? I was like, yeah, Miss P, I have everything, I'm good. And then we got there for the audition.
Didn't have the music.
She said, Miss P said, why don't you guys get your music out and like look over it like one last time before you go on the audition? I opened my backpack. It's not in there. My heart dropped. I said, Miss P, I don't think I have my music. And she said, oh.
I can only imagine, and I know Miss P she'd probably play it cool. She would probably like, oh.
She's like, is it at the school? I was like, I don't know, let me call Lydia.
And where was it? Like, how far?
We were in Belfont.
Yeah.
So it's like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, I was fully willing to drive it to you, but I assumed that your audition was probably about to happen, and that's why you were asking.
Yeah.
So.
And then Miss P's like, oh, I'll just give you my folder, and I'll get your folder when I go to the school next. I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Any other mishaps, PMEA mishaps?
I'd say that's about it.
I think it's just, like, I've never had, like, a big, like, mess. I mean, I've only had 2 auditions, like, from pre-auds and districts. But I think it's just the practice. I regret not practicing as much as I should, because I knew I had to, but I just don't think I understood how prepared I had to be. And now that I know, like, I feel pretty confident. I know when the day comes, I'll be so nervous, and I probably will find a way to mess it up. But I know the song, so I feel like it'll be okay.
The nerves are definitely the thing that always gets the best of us.
Yeah.
And there's nothing for us to be nervous about.
Yep.
What happens, happens.
Yep. This year we have how many people auditioning?
There's 7.
Yep.
6.
Addie Warren on alto 1, me on alto.
Addie Warren on alto 1.
Soprano. Addie Warren on soprano 1. Me and Ellen Nairhood on soprano 2. And then Reilly Rawlings on alto 1, right?
Me on alto 2.
Braylinne on alto 2. Reilly.
And Reilly.
Reilly Holmes and Reilly Rawlings.
On bass 1.
Bass 1.
So we'll see how it goes this year. Hopefully we have a lot of people moving on.
Yeah, last year everybody moved to districts.
Yeah.
And then hopefully more people move on to regionals.
And then Rosie and Riley made it to regionals, which is really cool.
It's
I don't know.
great experience.
I think I'm the kind of person that, like, I honestly don't care. Like, I care, but I don't care if I move on. I'm just glad for the experience. If I make it to districts, I'll be so glad just to experience, like, the concert. The audition part, regionals, great if I make it, but I am not, like, I spend the time on the folder, and I practice, obviously, and I take it seriously, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of like, if I don't make it, it's not going to determine my fate.
It doesn't define.
It doesn't
One audition
define,
doesn't define you as a musician. And I also love having my parents and, like, family and friends come watch the concerts to see all of our hard work.
I'm so sad I couldn't come watch your regional one.
That's fine. No, but I ask my parents every time after the concert, which song was your favorite? You know what they say? They all sound the same to me.
It all sounds the same to me.
That's what they say every time.
Yep.
I'm like, there's a very big difference between this song and this song. Like, 2 completely different vibes. And they're like, well, they sound the same to me.
Well, now also we're at the point where, like, they usually, like, recycle the songs, like, every 4 years.
Yeah.
So the songs that, like, I'm doing, Jay did. So, like, I'll sing it with him and be like, do you remember it?
Yeah.
So it's good to have somebody in my life that did it, you know?
And I think it's also, like, an amazing experience to be able to do it with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd want to do PMEA with anybody else.
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
you guys.
It's just so fun.
It's such a fun group of people, and I love it so much.
Yeah. And having, like, people being surrounded by people that have the same interests. Like, that's just the fun part. Because then you're bonding over something that you both enjoy doing. Like, and we can help each other, too. Like,
right. Like, last year, Braylinne and I learned the French, and then we passed it on to all of you guys.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. That was the hardest part. Oh, I don't want to have any songs in a different language, but I know that they're well. They never
throw a curveball at us.
No, it'll be like some language that nobody would even think of.
Like Spanish.
Like, yeah. We did a Spanish song when I was in middle school, actually.
Spanish would be so much fun.
There's like
Hebrew for counties.
Hebrew, yeah.
Yeah, Hunan Matov.
Yep. There are like languages that I feel like you kind of associate with like singing, like in chorus, if that makes sense.
Latin.
Like
Latin.
French and Latin. I feel like they're pretty common.
Yeah.
But then I know there's like people do German, and I'm like,
I did German for regionals last year.
Yeah.
The song was
German,
called
like
Waldesnacht.
Oh,
It was so fun.
fancy. See, it's,
That does not sound
like,
fun. That sounds hard to learn.
It was hard to
Very.
learn, but it was so much fun. And then we had a Latin piece. It was Domine ad juvadu me festina.
Yes.
It was that song was gorgeous, but it was very difficult.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I love French. I don't know. I've just always really liked French.
Yeah.
So French is really fun, and I hope we do one.
So with that being said, I think we're all ready to lock in for this
yeah.
PMEA festival season.
Already locked in. Ready?
We'll actually sing the entire song for you right now.
Right now,
Stay tuned.
after the short commercial break. No, but with that being said, I think this is the end of the very first
Yep.
episode of the Eagle
We'll
Arts
come back
podcast.
when we make it to districts.
We'll be back,
promise
baby.
we will make it.
There will be more episodes to come for sure. So
Yes.
just keep an eye out for those. But